I found a little baby that I've been hearing in here for ages. You're between me and the frozen food aisle, boy. So, I was coming down to go ahead and use the farm here, but it's kind of full up. Fortunately, I have a spare barrel because of all the gravel that I was given. So we're just going to inconspicuously slap a barrel over here so it looks more like the others. Okay, I have to stand on top to do it? Guess so. And dump some stuff out into it for him. And then for today, we are going to go ahead and still use this farm as normal. But go ahead and heal up this pick and get enough levels to get a better axe than this one. But then afterwards, I'm gonna go do something to make sure that I'm not having to use poor BJ's farm all the time anymore. Everybody uses this farm. Yeah. After I get this stuff healed up, we are gonna go and get started on our own. Right, guys, I found a spawner right underneath my place. The enchanting table promised me on Breaking 3. On Breaking 3, Silk Touch. Well, hooray on those. Efficiency 4, hooray, but Banner of Arthropods. Why? Ugh. With the... I can override it. Yes. Yeah, I think we're probably good here. So I'm gonna turn everything off and pack everything up. Wait for the last couple spiders to come through the system. And then I'm going to go ahead and head over to the caves below my place and show you guys what I found. Dump chest. It's a dump chest now. Alright, we are back over at my place and I'm gonna head into the mines. Except it just occurred to me that I kind of have most of my good stuff on me still, so I am gonna go pop over here and give me a second. I have some inventory stuff to take care of. Beep. Alright. Anyway. Whee! I do have to figure out where the actual base of operations I'd set up with earbuds before, but this is, oh, it's right here. This is the cave that I have been running around doing nonsense in. We did a big ol', I mean, we called it abacaving. Oh, hey, I have slime. But it you know, it wasn't actually any kind of competition on it. It was legitimately just, hey, we need iron, let's go get some iron. So, I was running around down here for about 3 hours on a stream the other day. I brought it up at one point. But this was my base of operations during that, and further on down here, somewhere, I mean, first of all, there was a double cave spider spawner right here, which we'll find, but enough cave spiders for one lifetime. Oh, alright, there's also a slime chunk right on top of here. So that produces some amusing noises. Every other. But somewhere down here, there was another spawner that we found. I'm not lost, you're lost. Okay, so I'm somebody who places her torches on the left-hand side as she goes, so that if I follow torches that are on the right, they get me back out. So when I'm trying to find stuff that I went further in for, this is the single. So yeah, I found a single skeleton spawner here, so that's still nice to have found. But that's not what we're looking for. Yeah, we've wound up back over at this one, so I'm just going to go ahead and check my screenshots for the coordinates. Aha! Here we go. Alright, so we have Zombie Spawner and the Skelly Spawner right next to each other. Yeah, this is pretty freaking exciting. So, I think what the plan here overall is, first of all, is going to be to set up like a little base of operations somewhere right here. And then get a hole going from the roof down here so that it's easier to get it down and up again. I'm not actually sure what's above here exactly. And then we go and dig. We're going to do so much digging. Naturally, excuse me, sir. Naturally, I would have to pick a spot that's right underneath the pond. Well, I guess we are going a couple of blocks this way then. Oh yeah. Or I dig straight down. Digging may continue. Good enough for the moment. Alright, Lee, so what's the plan? I may hear you metaphorically ask. Well, plan is to dig! I'm not gonna bother borrowing the couple of beacons that are actually around the server because it's really not that... I mean, it's a lot that I'm gonna be digging, but it's not gonna be that much, and... yeah, it'll keep me occupied for a stream. Yeah, I don't remember for the life of me the exact kind of coordinates that you want to dig out for spawners. So I'm going to be winging it from memory here. I'm going to pretty much be given, I think it's 5 or 6 on each side for the... and then making sure there's a big enough pit underneath it. Figuring out what direction I want to feed it all into, etc., etc. I know that now that there's a pond, like right here. So I'm going to have to be careful of exactly which side I decide to go ahead and go to. But I mean, like, that one's still activated from back here. So I can... yeah. So this is going to be pretty flexible in terms of where I use the actual base for this. So I'm going to dump off a few more things. Didn't put that gravel into my... let's do that too, which this right here got dug out because I found iron, which is ulterior motive for all this. And yeah, we go and dig. Specifically, I'm gonna fire upstream and dig. So I'll see you guys when I have a massive hole down here. Yeah, I can't evil laugh to save my life. I don't know why I keep trying. Yeah. Big time! Alright. So we are a live stream later. And I spent a couple hours digging. Tom was awesome and came over and helped. And now we have, drum roll please. Whee! One heck of a hole. Sorry, dropping down that never stops being fun. I haven't decided still where the actual entrance and exit of the place is going to be. But have this all set up, all fancy like here. This or a level or so below it is going to be where the floor is for it. And whether I'm going to use that as like storage and ground zero for a mine, or if I'm going to, well, no. Or if I'm going to somehow set up the actual spawn or actual room for these down there. One thing I'm going to have to test is how far down I can go and still have them both activate. So I feel like the plans right now are to kind of figure out the area that I can activate them both in the interest of deciding where I'm going to set up, but also to head over to the shopping district and buy a whole bunch of black glass to set up the floor in here with. Alright, so I've been playing around with it, and this whole 3x4 area here for sure activates both of them. This spot still activates them both, but if I go over to here, it stops activating that one. I have the same problem on the other side here and everything. So I think rather than having any kind of a funky shape, although maybe I could do a cute circle, I don't know. I think what I'd prefer to do is go ahead and have this like flat out 3x4, or maybe even simplify it into a 3x3, like knock off those ones. This is kind of like the area I'm free to run around in. Maybe I'll want to make this like one higher so that I have a little bit more freedom. But yeah, I think that I'm onto something in a way to set this up. Just gotta decide how much of a gap I want to leave and everything. I'm kind of picturing going ahead and having a drop tube actually be in the middle. So let them get fed down into like one side or something, get shot up a water chute on one side, and then have a drop tube come down the center to go ahead and damage them. And then I'm not sure. In all honesty, I might make the block they're standing on be dirt or something so I can plant a berry bush there when I want to have them die without me needing to interfere. I feel like that might be a really entertaining way to go about it. But I think if we do the actual kill level be like right here, or even one higher. Guess I have to go. Yeah, I'll have to figure out exactly how I want to have that. But having the ability to just be wandering around on this level with the kill tube above and everything feels like it'd be a way to do it. The one thing here is that this area down here will need to be kept dark because it's too close to those. So if I've got any lighting in here, it'll need to be either below this area or you know, just kind of a general maybe try to not have any lights down here if I can avoid it. Not at least some. I don't know. I've got this picture in my head now of what I want to do, and it's kind of a matter of like making it actually happen now. All right. So I don't know if Tiz has black glass for sale yet, and even if he does, um, I expected that truck to drive off a cliff, but I didn't expect it to drive into the building. Um, oh god. Wow. Okay. Adorable, but I'm also just very bewildered by the whole, you know, truck crashed into Tiz Tom has cheaper steaks around back. Okay, well, yeah. Tiz crashed a truck into. Yeah, let's go over here. Yeah, I don't see any of them holding up black glass yet. But that's fine. I have a lot of ink. I also probably should have figured out first how big that room actually is. And I should also figure out how much glass I have left over from when I was building a gumball machine, because I made enough glass for a sphere, I think, 4 diameter bigger than that before realizing it's going to be too big. So let's check on that. Let's also call this, hey, I need to go see how much ink I still have, because I think I've used up more of it than I thought I was going to. So, yeah, I'm going to figure that out, and once I know what I'm looking at, like how much I'm sitting on, then I will know where I am in terms of needing to buy more glass and everything. Alright, well, lesson learned here, folks. As tempting as trading your ink for vending books may be, wait, my boat. Ugh. New boat, but it's right here. Yeah, as tempting as it may be, keep track of how many you've actually left yourself, because it may come back to bite you, like it is right now. And a boat, and then we're gonna go squid hunting. Alright, a new boat has been made, and we will be journeying off once more! Whee! That didn't quite as planned. There we go. That is a lot of dolphins! Like, seriously? How is there so many dolphins? Hey guys, do dolphins take up the same mob cap as squid? Like, I don't actively want to kill dolphins. I'd rather not. But I'm also having such a hard time finding squid overall that I'm just concerned. Hey! So, you know how I've been doing that, like, beautiful swan dive, into the hole over at the spawner and, like, pulling up before I hit the floor? Well, yeah, it turns out that, now that I've got that tower, with the wood there, you can't pull up in time. Um, yeah, phew, that. Oh boy. Because all my stuff's there. Nope. Okay, I found it. I remembered. Oh my god, my stuff is really splatted. Wow. I'm really sad that I wasn't recording. Wow. Oh, that's harsh. Alright. Helmet, elytra, pants, shoes, chest plate, bow, sword, both pickaxe, shovel, regular axe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of black glass. Some arrows, rockets, and I'm really low on food. Usual. I have food. Okay. So yeah, I found everything. Half the server, well, I guess a third of the server's on to laugh at my pain, but I'm okay with that because it actually was pretty funny, all things considered. Yeah, okay. Got everything important back. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this iron into melt here. And switch to... Ooh. Do I have any? I've been going ahead and putting things through the smelters over here in order to get EXP. I'm gonna go ahead and pop a couple things in those to do that with. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start placing the black glass. This should have plenty of durability for just, you know, placing what knocked out, but okay. Yeah. Figure out what level I'm putting this on. Start placing it. We were so close, guys. We were so close. 8 stacks almost did it. Let's see. Yeah, we still got... Wow, so close. Also that went a lot faster than I expected. But yeah, this is theoretically the wash away floor. I am a little worried about it in terms of the speed that these guys will go away at. But I mean, we'll figure that out pretty easily here, and I'm sure that maybe I can put like a divider in the center or something. But this at least gives me a starting place for it. And it also gives me a really cool view from down here. Oops. Yeah, look at that. Just imagine the mobs going ahead and spawning and dropping down on there from that. Oh, yeah, so what I need to go ahead and do is figure out how I will be, how I'm going to be routing them. Like what the water sources are going to look like and everything. Get out the ice that I have to take care of that with. And also I still gotta figure out where the entrance and exit for this is gonna be. Yeah. My rate of taking damage finally outpaced my rate of potato production. I may need to buy some food. Update. It's just the frozen aisle, not the frozen food aisle. Did not do me any good. However, do you want to buy some more scaffolding? Oh good, there is actually. And corrected, it's hot and ready food. Okay. Diamond for 64. Those. And let's go buy 2 more stacks. 1 stack worth of Blink. Slime balls. Those. Hmm. 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 Eh. Okay, so I can't make it down by just like normal falling, but if I do that and wait till I see all the torches, then theoretically I should be able to ride this down. Ah, okay, that worked. So while I'm putting this together, I just want to take a second to say I love the feeling that scaffolding gives. It like adds to the whole like there's actually construction going on feeling of everything. And I don't know what it is I like so much about that, but oh. Okay. So things are starting to take shape in here, except I realized 2 major problems. One is that I need to find a way to fit a trident killer in here, because I'm not going to sit here and smack every single one of them. And while I can put in other auto killers that won't give me EXP, dude, 1 EXP. So yeah, the plan of dropping it down here in the middle I don't think is going to work as a result. I've got an idea or two I'm going to throw around in creative real quick. If I can still make this work. But, I mean, as is, I was having to go ahead and take it out of the middle like that in order to do that. The other issue, I haven't actually double-checked if there is an issue or not yet. Let's hop up here and test it out. If I am a mob and I land smack dab in the middle of the block and there's water, yeah, it's not going to push me. I mean, I guess we can make the argument that the chances of something landing in smack dab in the middle is pretty low. Now, if it's up against the wall, yeah, it pushes you away regardless. So, like it or not, I do need to go ahead and go up a layer on one side and down on the other, or up 2 layers on one side. I'm not sure which. Yeah. Fortunately, gonna have to be that way. But another thing that we'll sort out. We're gonna have to go. Alright, so it was pretty easy for me to go ahead and figure out. Pretty sure this is probably the way that most people do it. It's just a simple device to make the piston automatically move back and forth. So we've got observer that's looking at the block the piston's moving. We've got observer that's looking underneath here to fire into the piston. We've got a bit of redstone dust that the first observer is firing into, so it updates at any time that it detects that the piston is moved. And then we just connect that to a piece of redstone dust that the observer is looking at. And boom. So mind you, this glass is not the thing that would actually be there. That would be carpet in the case of most of these designs. Let's go ahead and put that there. Get us some carpet. That there. That redstone dust back on there. Bingo. What I'd like to do is I'd like to figure out a way to turn this on and off. I know that they've got the switch over at Blue Jays. I'm sure there's other ways around, but what I would basically like is I would like it to be off by default, and then I'd like to have a pressure plate that when I stand on it, it turns it on. So what that tells me is that we need to have that redstone there, but we also need to have it inverted so that it's, rather not inverted. We also need to have it just so that that's permanently on, so that there's nothing to update. Okay. And that from there, we need to have the pressure plate down into that, so that if you stand on the pressure plate, no, because the way if I put it like that, then it's just activating that anyway. Okay. So let's try instead circling it around. Perfect. Okay. Very nice. And then I step back off it and it stops again. All right. All right. So next stop is figuring out how I can have this at an angle where mobs are being crunched by it. And also if I want to have a alternate, like maybe just like a lava or something, as an alternate way of killing them. So let's sort those out. All right, go ahead and try this. Oh. Oh no. That would... We've got the hopper problem figured out. So let me go ahead and dump a few of these guys in quick. And okay, it occurred to me that I didn't start in place first, so that's a no. Alright, so I've got myself a tube here. I love tubes like this, but they are very much more trouble than they're worth half the time. Alright. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is game mode survival myself. The hard part here is going to be okay, well, not as hard as I thought it was going to be. But that is really easy accident. Got that I'm not running around in creative right now. A second. Those guys. And let's watch just make sure my EXP changes. Although I think I still levels. Let's go for like 10-ish of these guys. Make sure they all get killed by it. And then, well, I mean, they're all going to be killed by it, but then check for EXP at that point. Right, I don't see any EXP. Your side here, side that's theoretic for in and out there if I need to, or if I wanted to manually kill things. Hard to that I can. Anyway, I think we have our central tube. Like, I think this actually completely fits in. Get me back into... Okay. Yeah. God, I hope that I don't wind up wasting a whole lot of space doing this, but... I think that's what I want to try doing. I think I want to try having this drop down right smack dab in the center of that room. Time to go calculate some mob fall damage. Alright, so excellent. I know that that's where I'm going to be bringing it through. And that we've got the right distance for drop. Now, next step is going to be to make the chute for things to drop through. Except I don't have the right kind of wood for that. I'm going to be using acacia because I like the way that that looks as to. And I want one of the see-through ones and everything. So, guess that means we're wrapped up for today then. But we got a lot done. We've got this whole place dug out and then some past what we actually needed. We've got the water chamber begun at the very least over here, so we'll be able to push things across, bring them up. I may go ahead and bring them up in the center now that I know that I am going to go for the center option here. I really hope that this doesn't impede things too much having this, but I think that I should be able to get it to work. I think I have an idea of how to cope with it. Namely, that I'm just going to go ahead and let the glass go one extra at the edge there so that things can fall off of it properly. But going to be all we've got time for today. I want to thank everybody so much for coming and hanging out with me. And my goal is for next time that we won't have to go anywhere in order to go get these mended. We can just pop on down here to my place. We can have a use for all those tridents finally.